On today's Academy lesson, we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of all of Magic, and that is the offbeat. Now, there are a couple magicians that have influenced my perception of the offbeat and how important it is to create an offbeat in order to do whatever sneaky move you need to do when the spectator is not paying attention. So Greg Wilson and David Williamson. If you guys are unfamiliar with their work, you guys definitely need to look out for their stuff. Greg Wilson has a lot of products out with L&L Publishing. He's come out with stuff on Penguin Magic recently. And everything he's come up with is pretty much solid gold. I can't think of one item that Greg Wilson has come out with that hasn't been at least good or decent. David Williamson is the same thing. He's one of these comedy magicians. He's influenced pretty much my style in its entirety, and he has a lot of great theories. There's a wonderful interview that he did for Magic Reel that I think everybody should watch in terms of how to present Magic, where to put the focus, and more importantly, when to put away the focus. So that's what the subject of today's video is going to be. Now, the offbeat is a moment where you have relaxation after a point of tension. So you need to create a point of tension, and you need to create that moment of relaxation, which is going to come naturally after a point of tension. So what I mean by that, let's have an example where you have a card in the middle of the deck and you need to do a pass to get it on top. You claim to the spectator that you're going to be able to get their card from the middle, right there in the middle, without any moves, right to the top of the deck. So here we go. Here we go. Did you see it happen? I'm not that good. I'm not that good. But some people think that I'm that good. But you know what? If you pay attention a little bit more, I could actually try for real. So let's try that for real one more time. Here we go. There you go. I did it. See? Now it's the Four of Hearts. You see what I did there? I created a moment of tension. I made a dumb joke. That brought a moment of relaxation, which allowed me to do a pass to bring that card to the top of the deck. Now, I would never use that in real life. However, it does show you the importance and the power of the actual offbeat, because I'm able to create a moment of tension when I'm showing this card over here, that when I give a little bit of a joke, it gives the spectator an opportunity to relax, to take a deep breath, to look somewhere else, because they've been concentrated on a spot. Even if it was only for 5 seconds, they were still focused on one spot because of my claim. So when I make that joke, I break the tension, and it allows me to do whatever sneaky move I need to do. In this case, it could be a pass. It could be a side steal. I did a pass in that case. But it could be whatever it is you need to do, because the spectator is not going to be paying attention because of your creation of that offbeat moment. So another place where this works tremendously is in coin work. So this is a Gregory Wilson inspired idea that allows for a coin vanish. So the way this would work, so in this case, you claim to the spectator that you're going to make the coin completely disappear from the hand. That really, it's going to vanish entirely from your hand. It's not going to go anywhere, and you're going to make it disappear without them being able to see it. So here we go. Ah, there it is. It's gone. It's really gone. And now it's back again. See, I know people tend to not like that. But I'll tell you what, look, if we concentrate hard enough on the coin, we could actually make it completely disappear. If we want, we could actually bring it back. But that's beside the point. That's an extra thing. But you get what that means. That is a moment where I'm providing a tension. So there's a tense moment here. I'm creating an atmosphere where the spectator's concentrating on my hand. Then I release that tension with a dumb joke. However, when I release that tension, in that moment that I've released that tension, I've created that offbeat, that's when I actually do the retention vanish here. So I'm keeping the coin in my right hand. However, to the spectator, this moment becomes essentially invisible because it takes place when they're not concentrating, when they're not paying attention. You're almost giving the spectator an excuse to look away, of which they're looking for, because they've had a moment here where they're paying attention to the hand, they're concentrated on the hand. You give them a moment to relax. That moment where they relax is when you actually execute the move. You bring the attention back to the hand, and by the time they look, the coin is actually gone, and there's nowhere the coin could possibly be. Now, of course, you bring attention back to the hand, and it's there. That's a Gregory Wilson move, so unfortunately I can't teach it. But you get the idea of the offbeat using a coin or using a card. Now, when it comes to the offbeat, timing is absolutely everything. It's going to be very important that you time everything precisely, because if you time it incorrectly, the spectator is going to be paying attention when you do the move, or you might overshoot it and the spectator doesn't pay attention when the magical moment has transpired. So it's very important that you time it correctly, and that the attention from the spectator should be on the deck, then relaxed, then back on the deck, so that they could appreciate what happened and enjoy the magic. So let's just use that trick from earlier to illustrate the point of mistiming the offbeat. So here is when we overshoot it and the moment of magic is gone because it took place in the offbeat when the spectator wasn't paying attention. So let me give you an example of that. We have the card here. We tell the spectator we're going to bring their card to the top. In this case, their card is the 5 of clubs. We're going to bring it to the top of the deck without them seeing. Here we go. It's on top. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. But I'll tell you what, the card's actually on top. See that? If you mistime it, it doesn't have the same impact. Whereas if you would have waited and you would have given it the proper moment, the spectator would not attribute the relaxation point as when you actually did the move. Done correctly, the spectator doesn't have the same impact because the magical moment was lost in the offbeat. However, if we were to give them the time to wait like we did in the beginning, you will notice that the spectator would have an entirely different experience. With the coin trick, it works the exact same way. It's gone. Really, no, it's gone. And now it's back. It's back. See, I know I'm a bad person. But I'll tell you what. If we concentrate on the coin, we could actually do it for real. I'm not going to lie to you. I promise. Here we go. Look, we'll do it. Just squeeze the coin. And the coin completely disappears. I know it's kind of a little bit of a gag there, but if we squeeze the hand again, we could actually make the coin come back. See, it has a little bit more of an emphasis because you've waited for the spectator's attention to come back on the coin. You're not doing the move when the spectator's attention is wavering and when they're still experiencing that moment of the offbeat. Another place where you could create an offbeat is by asking a spectator a question. So something that I actually do for spectators is that I would ask them, for example, to touch any card they want in the deck. Let's say they happen to touch the deck that is in autofocus, but let's say they happen to touch this card over here, the 2 of clubs. So I tell the spectator how far approximately is the 2 of clubs from the face of the deck. And at this point, I make eye contact with the spectator. When I make that eye contact, I do a pass so that they look at me, they're answering the question. By the time they look back at the deck, guess what? The move's already happened on the offbeat because the offbeat here is created by asking a spectator question. So the timing on that would be as follows. Sir, can you do me a favor? Just touch any one of these cards. 6 of clubs. Okay, now without looking, approximately how far is the 6 of clubs from the face of the deck? Just without looking on estimate. Oh, okay. 26, you would say? Okay, I'm always going to say on top, but that's because I'm a cheater. I'm a dirty cheater. So that would be the timing of how I would do something like that. And from here, I can maybe go on into a little bit of an improvised routine. Say, I'll tell you what, I'll do it again, but we'll do it with a different card. So we'll do it with the Ace of Spades and the 6 of clubs. But this time, I'm not going to take your attention away from the deck. So I want you to focus. What's on top? Oh, no, that's the Ace of Spades. The 6 is in the middle. Yeah, I'm a dirty cheater. I'm sorry. I can't be trusted. I'll do something like that for the spectator. Again, it's just doing a simple pass and doing the move on the offbeat while I'm distracting the spectator. One of my favorite moves there is, let's say the 6 of clubs is on top. I have the spectator touch another card. I'll turn this over. Then I'll turn the 6 of clubs over and say, this time I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to do anything sneaky while you're not paying attention. While the spectator looks in my face because I'm saying that they're not going to pay attention. I'm not going to take their attention away. Obviously, by making eye contact with the spectator, their attention is going to go away from the deck and give me the proper opportunity to do the pass and do what I need to do. So that would be a little bit of a dumb little routine that I could do that you could play around with. But again, it illustrates the power of the offbeat and how important it could be to Magic because it makes whatever move you want to get away with invisible. It makes it essentially invisible because it's hidden in this moment of relaxation to the spectator. So I know this wasn't a long episode by any means, but it is one that's very important because it gets you thinking of this moment and how to create this moment, how to have this moment for the spectator, and how to take advantage of it because it's one of the most important things you could learn in Magic in general. Not just card Magic, not just coin Magic, but Magic in general. So thank you guys for being part of the Academy. Thank you guys for being part of these lessons. I hope to see you guys on the next one.